With the Lucky Land Slots, you can get lucky just about anywhere.
This is your captain speaking. We've got clear runway and the weather's fine, but we're just going to circle up here a while and get lucky. No, nothing like that. It's just these cash prizes add up quick. So I suggest you sit back, keep your tray table upright, and start getting lucky.
Play for free at LuckyLandSlots.com. Are you feeling lucky? No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18 plus terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
Judy was boring.
Hello.
Then Judy discovered ChumbaCasino.com.
It's my little escape.
Now Judy's the life of the party.
Oh, baby, mama's bringing home the bacon.
Whoa, take it easy, Judy. The Chumba life is for everybody. So go to ChumbaCasino.com and play over 100 casino-style games. Join today and play for free for your chance to redeem some serious prizes. ChumbaCasino.com. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18 plus terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
Hey guys, it is Ryan. I'm not sure if you know this about me, but I'm a bit of a fun fanatic when I can. I like to work, but I like fun too. It's a thing. And now the truth is out there. I can tell you about my favorite place to have fun. Chumba Casino. They have hundreds of social casino style games to choose from with new games released each week. You can play for free anytime, anywhere. And each day brings a new chance to collect daily bonuses. So join me in the fun. Sign up now at ChumbaCasino.com.
No purchase necessary. VGW. Void where prohibited by law. See terms and conditions. 18 plus.
This is Beijing Bound, the countdown to the 2022 Winter Olympic Games. I'm Michael.
I'm John. Like figure skating and ice hockey, alpine skiing is often seen as the Winter Olympic sport. But these games are the first where they're being raced entirely on fake snow. 28-year-old Charlie Guest is a Scottish slalom star, having become the first British woman ever to win a European Cup race.
Yeah, I didn't know what to expect coming down. We'd all heard various stories and none of us have been out to China for any test events or anything. But the village is amazing. I'm absolutely loving being here. The Team GB setup is fantastic. It does feel like a home away from home, which is the goal. And yeah, I'm super excited just to get racing in a couple of days' time, get my event on the road, and yeah, see what we can do, really.
COVID obviously is one issue. There's been lots of talk about other issues in China, but as far as you're concerned, no fear, nothing that you are worrying or concerning yourself about?
No, we've got daily PCR testing that we all have to do. I've been also testing within Team GB since my arrival. There's a lot of safety measures in place. There are people that will jump on you if you're not wearing a mask. If you're not wearing, you have to disinfect your hands going into the dinner hall and have to put gloves on. Cubicles in the dining hall, which are not as bad as they seem, to be honest. I was a bit nervous about those coming in, but you can still sit next to your friends and still have a conversation within the safety of your cubicle. So, no, everything I'm seeing so far is making me feel safe. The number of tests that we're having to do is great from our point of view in terms of keeping everyone safe. And so, yeah, no, I think everything is being done as well as it can be to keep us possible. I haven't left this bubble since the moment I landed in Beijing. It's been a real closed system, and so they're doing a great job.
Lots of chatter here about artificial snow. You're a skier. Tell me about your snow then.
Yeah. So the snow is artificial, which we do have up in Europe as well. So it's not totally foreign. But what is different for us down here is probably a combination of it being artificial snow and the weather conditions. It is very cold, it's very dry, and it's very windy, which is creating a snow that we are all, I think, collectively as the World Cup Tour, not that familiar with. And so since arrival, the number one priority has been working out how the snow is reacting, and what we can do within our sort of tuning setups and equipment setups to work as well as we can with it. The pieces are in great condition. They're holding up really well. No holes are coming in or anything. So it's going to be a great race, a really fair race, I think. And I am just excited.
What's the difference then between artificial snow and real snow?
Oh, gosh, that's a rabbit hole, that one. So from my understanding, the main differences become in moisture content and, here is the moisture content and in the crystal shape. So obviously when it snows, all of the crystals are the standard shape that we're used to seeing of a snowflake. But when it is artificially made, they come out like needles. they're not in the nice sort of snowflake shape that we're used to seeing on our Christmas cards. And so that makes quite a compact surface. Combined with it being really dry here, it makes a really compact surface, and one that I can only describe as if you've got some sort of polystyrene or something. It's so compact and so grippy, and whereas when it's normal snow crystals and it's a bit damper and they can get water into the piece, it's more icy, and so it's much harder, and so it changes how much energy we can put through our skis. They're like plastic rulers. When you bend them and then let go, they fly off. That's the same sort of thing our skis do. And on this grippy snow, that energy is just magnified. Whereas on the ice, we have to put in a lot of work to get our skis working ourselves, and that's what we're used to doing. And so it's kind of toning all that back to the right level that is the tricky part. Well, at least that I'm finding at the moment. I can't speak for everybody, but that's something that I've been playing with over the last 3-4 days.
Wow, I wasn't expecting the full-on science lesson this morning, but I appreciate it.
Does that make sense?
It does. Thank you, Charlie. Obviously, you're in the individual slalom and the team event. Team event was pretty successful 4 years ago. Is that a good medal opportunity there? How do we look at that from a Team GB point of view?
So I suppose the biggest thing with the team event at the moment is that the format has changed a lot since Pyeongchang. Rather than being a parallel slalom, it's now a parallel giant slalom. And on Team GB, with the athletes that we have here, we're currently 3 slalom specialists and a GS skier who's coming back from injury. And so we will be assessing over the next few days whether the team event is something that we are gonna do. Obviously, it's an event that we all love because it is so nice to come together and compete as a team. And we are a Team GB, and that's it's something that as a nation we can be really proud of. How we performed in Pyeongchang and the depth of skiing we have at the moment. But it's whether that giant slalom is really going to suit us is the question that we will be working on over the next few days. But I'd say in Alpine, we've got a serious medal contender at the moment in Dave riding. I myself will be looking for a top 15 result at least, and I'd imagine it's the same with Billy Major as well. So yeah, there's some big results that are going to come from Alpine over the course of the games, and we'll put a question mark over the team event for now.
And you've been in great form this season, so let's talk about you. Obviously, we know a serious back injury and some illness as well. Tell us about rheumatoid arthritis.
Yeah, absolutely. So I was diagnosed in February 2020, so kind of just as the pandemic was kicking off, and on getting a diagnosis of it, it's palindromic rheumatism, which is it's like a form of rheumatoid arthritis where I'll get like an intermittent attack on any joint in my body, which will leave me with a really burning feeling joint for 28 to 48 hours, and then it'll completely disappear, leaving the joints fine. The main problem that comes along with that is that I become incredibly fatigued, never mind the sleep loss, and that creates a little bit of brain fog, which, as you can imagine, is not ideal when you're trying to hurtle yourself down a mountain through a sort of web of gates. And I did get the diagnosis just as I was coming out of a lot of my back problems and kind of overcoming them all, and was on a roll in terms of my Europa Cup results at that point. And I thought, wow, I have a real health condition now that I can't just fix. This is it here. It's in me. I need to work with it, and that took me a while actually to kind of come to terms with that fact. But as soon as I did, I moved on to medication, which has been great in terms of taking the pain away from me. But I mean, I still will, if I let my routine sort of lag, like don't get enough sleep, maybe eat not well, too much salt, too much sugar, that kind of thing, for a few days in a row, I will start to feel it on various joints, and with that I'll just get a really real ache and probably some brain fog, and it has just been a learning curve in terms of how I manage it. That's been the main thing, and my team understanding how it all works as well, and what we need to put in place around training, around recovery, in order for me still to be able to perform my best. But I can spin it around, and say it's been another thing that I've had to come up against, another thing I've had to overcome, and it's another thing that I've got on my list of things about Charlie, and something that I can look at and again use to show how resilient I am in terms of I'm moving forward and still trying to compete at the highest level.
So just finally then, having overcome those challenges, back at a second Olympics, a pretty good achievement in itself, and the aim then that top 15 finish in the individual?
Yeah, absolutely. And, I've come into this games in the best form of my life with the best results I've ever had behind me. And I think that's a huge confidence boost. If I think back to where I was in Pyeongchang, coming in relatively injured with the back injury, without the results, and I had to just take the Olympics as the experience it was and take from it what I can implement now. And I've got the experience from last time, putting it into Wednesday. And I'm just really looking forward to just putting my best turns out there. I know that I can stand in a start gate now, and I'm competitive with the top girls in the world. And, that's all I can ask for, is to go out and do my best. And hopefully a top 15 is on the cards. Well, all the very best Wednesday. Get back to that game of Space Invaders or whatever it is that's happening there in the background. No worries. Thank you so much, Michael. Thank you.
2 runs of the women's slalom take place tomorrow. That's Wednesday. Good luck to Charlie.
And download our weekly Anything But Footy podcast for all the latest Olympic and Paralympic news, interviews and conversations. We're on Apple and Google Podcasts. Just search Anything But Footy.
Sports Social Podcast Network.
With Lucky Land Slots, you can get lucky just about anywhere.
Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today to... Has anyone seen the bride and groom?
Sorry, we're here. We were getting lucky in the limo and we lost track of time.
No, Lucky Land Casino, with cash prizes that add up quicker than a guest registry.
In that case, I pronounce you lucky.
Play for free at LuckyLandSlots.com. Daily bonuses are waiting. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18+. Terms and conditions apply. See website for details.